Vinyasa is a very free practice. Nothing is mandatory. You do what your body can do. You can take postures that you like. You can take out the things that you don't like. It's really important just to be here in the loving arms of your practice and take what you need. So, and I'm talking again about kindness today, about empathy and love, because I was really inspired by a recording of an interview of Ani Pema Chodron, who is this spiritual, really a leader. And she wrote this beautiful book, When Things Fall Apart. And she was talking about how we have a tendency sometimes to feel groundless. Well, of course, we're all going to feel a little bit groundless when there's a lot of looming questions and uncertainty. And she talked about this really important method of meditation, and that's part of yoga practice. We're going to get our booties moving really, really soon, but I thought I would take you through Tonglen. And this is a meditation technique that's available to you so you can feel more grounded, just to honor the feelings that you're going through when you're feeling it. So I'm going to go ahead and mute everybody at this point, mute all. And if you've got any feedback or anything like that, my husband will occasionally be checking the chat button. My suggestion today is to grab a block for the opening meditation, and we're going to begin in Virasana, hero's pose. So if you've got too much going on with your knees, just crisscross your applesauce and easy seat instead. Otherwise, you set up typically in tabletop, walk the knees together and send the heels nice and wide, and then place a block between your heels. Nice and passive to start. What you could also do is scoop out the flesh from underneath your calves so you get a little bit more of a stretch to the quads. There's no need to go deep because later on we'll go just a little bit deeper with this if your body's feeling it. So a comfortable position, pull the belly in, soften the shoulders down your back. And for grounding, one hand to the heart, one hand to the earth, and close your eyes. We're not going to be here very long, but just allow yourself a couple of minutes here to get grounded with your breath. Tonglen is this ancient meditative technique, which a lot of us intuitively do anyway. It means taking in and sending out. So in this form of Tonglen, which is called compassionate abiding, we're taking in love and empathy for ourselves. So we can honor any uncomfortable feelings. You could scan your body as you're tuning into your breath for any physical discomfort, maybe anywhere in your tissues anxiety is manifested. Take a moment and just kind of scan the body. And if you're aware of how you're feeling, just breathe love and empathy and just acknowledge how you're feeling. You're not really wallowing in it, you're just acknowledging it with love and compassion. Nurturing yourself, setting this emotion in the cradle of loving kindness. And take it in on the in-breath. And as you breathe in, you could even say to yourself silently, I honor that I feel this way in the name of love and kindness. And know that millions of people around the globe are feeling exactly the same way. And as you exhale, you begin to send that compassion out to those people. Maybe visualize the globe from the cosmos, looking down from above. And you could say to yourself, I'm sending out that compassion. May they feel that compassion open their hearts, and may they be free from suffering. So on the in-breath, visualize your heartbeat, your breath. As you exhale, visualize the globe and send out that love. Few cleansing rounds of breath here. Inhale through your nose. Fill yourself, big expansive breath. Total expansion, pause the breath. And open mouth, exhale. Again, breathe in love and empathy for yourself. Breathe it out for the world. Again, breathe in. And breathe out. We'll bring hands at heart center. It's okay to feel what you're feeling. It's okay to behave how you're behaving and how you're reacting. It's important to begin to find a sense of ground. May you feel more grounded at the end of class. And that's the goal of this practice. That's our intention today. In the name of compassionate abiding, we'll set our group intention and you can set your own intention for class. Another nice big round of breath in. Open mouth, exhale, send it out for its manifestation. And then begin to flutter your eyes open, come back to your awareness, and welcome back. So we're going to, as you begin to, you could open and close the hands, find a little bit of movement, maybe look over one shoulder, the other shoulder. And if you haven't started that Ujjayi breath, go ahead and start the breath, seal the lips, and feel the breath wash against the back of the throat. So Ujjayi, the lips remain sealed. I can't do that breath because I have to talk. Scoop out the flesh from underneath your calves, and then see if you can go a little bit deeper in this hero's pose. The idea is to stretch out the quads. You want to honor your knees. So if there's any shooting, stabbing pains, back off, don't do it. Right? And then we're going to walk our hands back as we exhale, maybe float the forearms down if the knees tolerate it, keep the knees grounded. And then inhale, lift your chest if it feels okay, drop your head back. Breathe into the chest. Take another round of breath here. And I'm going to ask my husband maybe if he can go to the playlist Astounding Groundling. We'll begin our music, making sure it's not on the restorative list. Nope, that's the wrong list. So go to the first song. There it is. Thank you. Good. On your next in-breath, let's find our way up. We're going to just shift forward and find our way to an embryo pose. Walk the heels together as you exhale. Float the fingertips back toward the heels. Fold your chest over your thighs and exhale. Surrender down. Third eye center might release to the floor, or head might just hang heavy. Hands are connected to the heels, and just breathe into sensation here. In and out. If you focus on your Ujjayi breath the entire practice, that's really success in yoga. On your next in-breath, we're going to find our way to rabbit. Shift your hips forward. Keep that connection to your heels. Maybe just float them to your calves. It depends on flexibility. Release the crown of your head to the floor when the hips are stacked over the knees without dumping your weight. The idea is to stretch the back of the neck. You could hold your heels and stretch the back of the neck. Give me one more round of breath here. Just kind of rock forward slightly. Big stretch to the back of the neck, not dumping the weight. Next in-breath, float up to a tabletop. Come to a neutral position. We'll find our way to multi-heart. Hips stack over the knees as you exhale. Walk your hands forward, release your chest and your forehead to the earth. Forehead could release down to the earth, or if you have a lot of flexibility, lower your heart to the earth completely and rest your chin on the mat. Right here with your heel, breathe in and breathe out. Maybe one more round of breath here. Opening up that heart energy. So we're going to shift forward. I always mirror you here, so for the sake of mirroring, we're going to shift forward to half frog on the left side. That just means I'm taking my right leg, but it looks like it's my left leg because you're going to do it on the left. So do it on your left leg first. Create that half frog with the left leg. Set your leg to about 90 degrees here and stack your hands. The right center could come to your hands. Breathe into your hips. Focusing on that breath, we're going to stretch the quad again. So if you want that quad stretch, kick your right heel to your glute, reach back with your right hand, bind the top of your hand, bind to the top of your foot, press down on the foot, and draw your right heel to your glute. Breathe into sensation. If you need more sensation, you can float the heel just outside of the right thigh and draw it to the earth. Another round of breath here. Good. We're going to find our way to a fusion of half frog and sphinx here. Release your foot, come onto the forearms. Shoulders stack over the wrists, spread your fingers nice and wide. Traction down, draw the heart forward and up for a little bit deeper expression in the hips. Another round of breath in and out, and we'll find forearms as you exhale. Crisscross the forearms, grab opposite shoulders. Inhale, send your left leg to center, nice and long. Let's roll onto the right side. And we're gonna do a little bit of core work here, our side locust. So extend the legs nice and long. On your in-breath, pick up the legs. Exhale, lower them down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Keep going for another 7. Keep breathing. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's hold this one right here for another 5, 4, 3. Lift the legs if you put them down. 2 and 1. Exhale, lower everything down. Stay for a round of breath, just to rest here. Full round of breath in and out. Exhale completely, and let's come up for the full expression. On your in-breath, pick up the legs and the shoulders lift up. Lift, lift, lift as high as you can. Reach, reach, reach. Lift, lift those shoulders off the earth. Lift the legs. Stay for 5, for 4, 3, and 2, and 1. Exhale, lower down. Draw your knees to your chest for a fetal pose. Fan out the right arm and send it toward the left. Open up and exhale, settle into a supine twist. Ground the shoulders, tee out the arms. More important that the shoulders are grounded. You can lift the knees as much as you need to ground the shoulders. And then maybe go a little bit deeper, maybe extend the legs to get into the IT band. Feel that stretch and keep grounding the shoulders. Another round of breath here. Your next in-breath, or whenever you feel ready, of course, roll onto your back and let's find our way to a happy baby. Draw your knees to your chest as you exhale. Happy baby, grab the outside edges of your feet. You could rock from side to side. Breathing, connecting, opening up the pelvic floor. We're gonna set up for that side locust on the other side. So on the in-breath, crisscross the forearms the opposite way, grab opposite shoulders, and just roll onto the left side. So get settled, nice long line of energy. On your next in-breath, lift the legs. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Let's keep going. Another 7. Keep breathing. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's hold this last one. Keep breathing. Stay for 5, for 4, maybe even some pulses. 3, 2, and 1. Exhale, come down. Full round of breath in and out to prepare for the full expression. On the next in-breath, lift up, lift your shoulders, lift your thighs. Try not to roll onto your back. Very challenging, even for me. Keep lifting the shoulders for another 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Exhale, lower down. Draw knees to chest in that fetal pose. Fan out the left arm and then open up to your supine twist in that direction. So open up the shoulders, ground your right shoulder down, fan out the arms, tee them out. Maybe go a little bit deeper. Knees to chest creates a deeper expression for your low back. If it feels okay, you can extend the legs to get into the IT band. Another round of breath here. Then we'll find our way to that half frog on the other side. This time, the half frog will go on the right leg. Set it to about 90 degrees. Stack your hands. Take a round of breath in and out. Breathe into that space. Then open up your quad. Kick your left heel to your glute. Reach back with the left hand and press down on top of the left foot to draw the heel toward the glute or even to the floor, depending on flexibility. Good. On your next in-breath, release the bind. Find your way to that fusion of half frog sphinx. Draw the heart forward and up, traction down, lengthen out. Good. On the next in-breath, send both legs together. Tuck the toes. Exhale, press yourself up to forearm plank. Let's create a little bit of heat. Feel that Ujjayi breath. Maybe inhale, shift forward, come on the toe tips. Exhale, shift back. Inhale, shift forward. Exhale, shift back. Inhale, shift forward. Exhale, shift back. Let's take it one more time. Shift forward, and then exhale, find your way to dolphin. Walk your feet toward your elbows, tailbone up to the sky. Press down firmly on the forearms. Couple rounds of breath, getting a little bit into the hamstrings for the first time. Good. On your next in-breath, release down to your knees. Rise to standing on the knees. Set up for a round of camel. Palms come to the low back. The fingertips need to face down to protect the low back. Squeeze the elbows in. Inhale, lift the heart. Soften the butt, right? So soften your glutes to protect your low back. It's an exhale to camel to lift your heart. Draw the hips forward. You don't have to take the full expression. We'll have more opportunities to take the camel today. And then inhale, rise up, reach up for the sky. Exhale to child's pose, release down, third eye center to the floor. Know that it's an option. This is where we can nourish ourselves in the name of loving kindness, to be kind to ourselves. If you're feeling tired today, it's okay. In the name of lovely kindness, come down to your child's pose and know that it's always an option. Your next in-breath, take it forward to Ashtangasana. So like you're pushing a marble forward with your nose, hover your heart above the earth, glide through as gracefully as you can. Press down on the palms. The palms are underneath the shoulders. Pick up the legs into an up dog formation. Exhale to downward facing dog. Draw your sit bones up and back. Press the earth forward and away. Feel the in-breath, the out-breath. Take a little bit of movement here. Bend one knee then the other. Whatever feels good. Maybe rock the heels from side to side. Maybe one more round of breath here. Just feel the pose. On the in-breath, send your gaze to your toes. Exhale to ragdoll at the back of the mat. Walk your hands back to your toes. Bend your knees as much as you need to. Keep your weight forward to the ball mounds of the feet. Heels are really, really light. And then we'll grab opposite elbows. Allow the head to sway from side to side, releasing any tension. And we'll inhale, half lift, nice flat back, Ardha Uttanasana. Flat back like a tabletop, exhale, fold. Inhale, Urdhva reach up for the sky, send your gaze upward. Exhale, hands come to heart center, Namaste to heat. On your next in-breath, extend the arms, we'll take a standing swimmer flow. As you exhale, take a back bend, offer your heart, soften your glutes. Inhale to neutral, exhale, round the back, palms meet. Inhale, open, exhale, back bend. Inhale, open, exhale, close it. Inhale, neutral, exhale, back bend. Inhale, neutral, exhale, close. Inhale, open, interlace your fingers behind your back for a yoga mudra seal. Maybe micro bend the knees, and exhale, bow and fold with that yoga mudra seal, release down. Allow the shoulders to open here. Good. On your next in-breath, half lift, lengthen. Exhale, plank. Walk your hands forward, stack your shoulders over your wrist. First vinyasa of the day. So it's an inhale to shift forward. Exhale, chaturanga. Lower halfway, glue your elbows to your ribs. Inhale to up dog. Scoop through for your back bend. Exhale, downward facing dog. Draw your sit bones up and back. Press your chest toward your thighs. And know that you can change your vinyasas. It could be an Ashtangasana to up dog. It could be skipping the chaturanga, going right to up dog. You could add push-ups, arm balances, whatever you want. Make it as fancy or unfancy as you want. Good. Couple Surya Namaskar A's. Inhale, look to the top of the mat. Exhale, travel to the top of the mat to a forward fold. Release down. Inhale, half lift, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, Urdhva, reach up for the sky. Send your gaze upward. Exhale, hands come to heart center. Namaste to heat. Maybe even finding a lotus flower to remind you of that intention. Breathing in, taking in that empathy. Visualize the heart as you exhale, send it out to the globe. On your next in-breath, reach up for the sky as you exhale. Anyavitasana, goal post your arms back bend. Inhale to a neutral position, set up for a standing camel, palms come to the low back. Draw the elbows together, lift your heart as you exhale to that back bend. Inhale, come to a neutral position, interlace the fingers again. Soften the shoulders down your back, maybe micro bend the knees, and exhale, bow and fold, release down. Inhale to a half lift, lengthen. Exhale, vinyasa, move back mindfully. Could be to a plank. You can modify this as much as you want. Typically, it's an inhale to shift forward, always an option to drop the knees. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale to up dog or cobra. Exhale to downward facing dog. Draw the sit bones up and back. Now feel the rhythm of your breath. Explore your heartbeat here. Good. Inhale, look to the top of the mat. Walk or hop on the exhale to the top of the mat. So find your forward fold. Release down. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, Urdhva, reach up for the sky. Exhale, hands come to heart center. Good. Inhale, Urdhva, reach up for the sky. Exhale, Anu Vinyasa, goal post the arms. But inhale, come to a neutral position, standing camel. Exhale to your back bend. Offer your heart, soften the shoulders down your back. Now as you interlace, do it the non-habitual way, the way that you didn't do it on the other side, to balance the brain. Lift your heart to prepare, and exhale, bow and fold, release down. Hinge at the hips. Good, inhale, half lift, lengthen. Exhale, Vinyasa, move mindfully with your Ujjayi breath. Typically, it's an exhale to lower down. An inhale to up dog, scoop through. Exhale to downward facing dog. Draw your sit bones up and back. Come back and level out your breath. Feel the in-breath. Feel the out-breath. And we're gonna do a combination of a BC, so whatever that is, with a few different variations. On your inhale, send your gaze to the top of the mat. Exhale, travel to the top of the mat to a forward fold. Inhale to half lift, flat back, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale to chair. Bend your knees, sink your hips. Sliver of space between the heels, sink it nice and low. And then pull that tailbone down and under. Try to stack your knees over your ankles as you can. Sit back as if you're really sitting in a chair. Another round of breath here. Sink a little bit lower. Good, we're gonna take this to dancing mountain on the exhale. Keep the right leg grounded. Kick back with the left leg. Launch and lift. Lift your heart, soften your shoulders down your back. Try to extend that left leg. Another round of breath here. So we've already done a lot of back bending. How about an early dancer if you want it? You could stay right here. This is still a balancing pose. Or if you want that dancer, kick your left heel to your glute, grab the inside edge of your left foot, hinge forward, kick into your hand. We're gonna stay right here for 3, 4, 2, and for 1. Take a big step back with control to crescent. Take your time, nice and slow. Move like a ninja. Send your gaze upward. Try to create that 90-degree bend in the right leg. Send your gaze up. Good, on your exhale, a little bit of a back bend. Go post the arms, lower halfway off of your heart. Inhale, sweep it up. Exhale, lower halfway off of your heart. Inhale, sweep it up. Exhale, lower halfway off of your heart. Inhale, sweep it up. Exhale, hinge your torso forward. Reach back with the airplane arms. Lengthen out through the crown of your head. Stay for another round of breath here. Think about lengthening. Draw the chin toward the collarbone. Good, on your next in-breath, find your way, your plank. Plant your hands, step back. Stay for a round of breath here. Just for purposes here, so you can see what I'm doing. Let's find our side plank and open it to the left. So right hand to the middle of the mat. Pivot onto your heels and open up to your side plank. Lift your hips as high as possible. Another round of breath or two, maybe sending your gaze up to your left fingertips. You lift your hips just a little bit higher. On your exhale, take your left hand and open up to modified side plank. Release that left knee down. Open up your chest, roll your right shoulder down your back, and then pick up your right leg, your right knee. Find your modified Shavasana, kick into your hand.
Like that.
Another round of breath.
What do they look like?
Good, inhale, extend the arm and leg. As you exhale, find your way to tabletop. Inhale, rise to standing on your knees. And exhale to another camel. Palms come to the low back. You may want to tuck your toes, lift your heart. Notice how you're feeling. Remember to soften your glutes, that low back. Good, inhale, come up to a neutral position. Reach up for the sky. Exhale to child's pose just for a moment. On your next in-breath, find your way to Ashtanga. Glide steady and smoothly through. Keeping the hands about shoulder width distance. Draw the heart forward and up. Scoop through to your up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Let your sit bones up and back. Press your chest toward your thighs. Feel the in-breath. Explore the out-breath. Good. On your next in-breath, send your gaze to the top of the mat. Maybe bend your knees and hop to the top of your mat. Hop forward or walk forward. Whatever feels good, release down. Inhale, half lift, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, chair. Bend your knees, sink your hips. Draw the inner thighs together, lift your toes off the mat. Try to frame your ears with your biceps. Can you go just a little bit lower here? But this time, the left leg will be grounded. And on your next exhale, take it into dancing mountain. Launch and lift. Exhale, a little bit of a back bend here, a precursor to our regular dancer pose. And then when you're feeling steady, and if you're ready, find your way to dancer. Kick the right heel to the glute, grab the inside of the right foot with the right hand, reach up with your left fingertips, and exhale to dancer. Kick into your hand and shift your chest forward. And the expression with arms. Reaching forward, even in Buddha, you can have a bent elbow. Another round of breath, square your hips. The next in-breath takes us into crescent, nice and slow. Long step back with control, like a ninja. That's it, awesome. Little wibble's fine, you're on the ball mound of the foot, the heel is nice and high. Exhale, offer your heart, lower halfway. Inhale, sweep it up. Exhale, offer your heart, lower halfway. Inhale, sweep it up, one more. Exhale, offer your heart. Inhale, sweep it up. Exhale, hinge your torso forward. Reach back with airplane arms. Think about lengthening, pulling the belly in. Draw the chin down. Extend out through the crown of the head. Fire up that quad. On your next in-breath, find your way to plank. Plant your hands, step it back. Shoulders stack over the wrists. Next in-breath, side plank. Left hand goes to the middle of the mat. We're opening up toward the right. Lift your hips. Maybe send your gaze up to the right fingertips. Full round of breath in and out. Good, and we'll take it to that modified side plank. So as you exhale, plant the right hand, release down to the right knee, open up to the left and roll the left shoulder down. Send the gaze upward, and then maybe pick up the leg. Find that modified Chapasana. Press back with the heel, bend your knee, and then bind your left hand with your left foot. Kick into your hand. Open your chest. Another round of breath. Good. Inhale, extend the arm and leg. Exhale to tabletop just for a transition to reset. Inhale, rise to standing on the knees. Knees are hips width distance. Another round of camel. So you may find that you can go deeper. Some of you have an advanced practice. It comes to this level too. So palms can come to the low back. Maybe at this point, reach for the heels. Maybe even tuck the toes. Lift your heart, soften your seat. Reach back and find your hand with your heels. But be really, really careful with the glutes and the low back. It's a key to keep your hand at the low back as you're opening the chest. Good, and really mindfully, when you come out of camel, palms come back to the low back with control. And then exhale with control all the way down to your child's pose. Rock it down, take a round of breath in and out. Your next in-breath takes you to Ashtangasana. Glide forward and through into your up dog formation. Lift your thighs off the mat. Exhale, downward facing dog. Draw your sit bones up and back. Press your chest toward your thighs. Come back to the in-breath and the out-breath. We're going to take a cleansing round of breath and maybe come back to Tonglen again. Taking in, sending out to the world, the heart and the globe. Big breath in, self-compassion, open mouth, exhale, out to the world. One more of those, big breath in, open mouth, exhale. Awesome. On your next in-breath, pick up your heels. And as you exhale, drop your heels over to the left. We're going to take side plank and open up to the right. And I'm going to mirror you here. So left hand to the middle of the mat. Stack your hips nice and high. And as you exhale, reach for the front of the mat or the front of the rib. Lift your hips even higher. Your next in-breath, pick up the leg, and we're going to do some crunches here. As you exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale, extend. Woo! Exhale, crunch. Inhale, extend. Exhale, crunch. Send your gaze to the top of your mat on the in-breath, and then exhale to low lunge. Come onto your fingertips, and I'm going to face the same direction because I like to look at you guys, right? Come onto your fingertips. Take a moment to lengthen out. Maybe shift the weight forward slightly. Ground down your left heel and inhale to warrior one. Rise up. Remember to square hips. Draw that left hip forward, the right hip back. Maybe another round of breath here so you can feel the pose. Even weight in both feet. Good. On your next exhale, hinge your torso forward. Reach back with airplane arms, lengthen out. And then on the in-breath, pivot onto the ball mound of the left foot. So we're back to that crescent lunge. A little micro bend to the left knee. Exhale, warrior three with airplane arms. Launch off the right leg, pick up the left leg, and lengthen out. So find your length and your balance first. Press back with that heel. We're working from heel to hip alignment, and then with the shoulder. Then, when you're feeling steady and ready, bring your ears with your biceps. We're gonna take our fist of fire crunches, just 3 of them. On the exhale, elbows to chest, ball up the fist, draw your knee to your chest. As you inhale, extend. Woo! Exhale, crunch it out. Inhale, extend. And exhale, crunch. Let's hold this last one and inhale to Urdhva Astasana. Release your foot. Reach up for the sky. Woo! Big toes touch. Exhale, Namaste to he. Hands come to heart center. Let's find our lotus flower. Blossom out the fingertips. Another cleansing round of breath here. Breathe in. Empathy, love. Exhale, send it out. Seal the lips. Come back to Ujjayi breath. Your next inhale. Let's find our way to power. Actually, exhale, power chair. Sink it nice and low. Big toes touch, sink it lower, lower, lower. Fingertips are in line with the shoulders. Stay for an in-breath and then exhale to drinking bird. Pivot onto the ball mounds of the feet and lift the heels. Stay for 3, for 2, and for 1. Inhale, splash up to Urdhva. Reach up. Let's flow this just a little bit. Exhale, power chair. Stay for the in-breath. Exhale, drinking breath. Stay for a full round of breath. Inhale, Urdhva Astasana. Exhale, power chair. Sink it nice and low. Full round of breath here. Inhale, drinking bird. Or exhale. Stay for a round of breath and then inhale up to Urdhva. The right leg will ground here on this next move. And exhale, back to that dancing mountain. Kick back with the left heel. Lift your heart. Soften the shoulders down your back, just enough to set up for a pyramid. So on your in-breath, pyramid prep, step back with that left foot so you have a wide enough stance. Right foot forward, heel to arch alignment. So it's right heel to left arch. Square the hips, left hip forward, right hip back. Lengthen on the in-breath, lift the heart, and exhale to your pyramid pose. Fold forward with a nice flat back. This is where the blocks come in really, really handy on both sides. Release down, feel that hamstring stretch, not forcing it. Treating your physical body with compassion and love. Inhale, half lift, nice flat back lengthen. Exhale, fold just a little bit deeper, release down. One more round of breath here. Good, inhale, half lift. Take a revolve triangle. The block underneath the left hand is optional. Right fingertips go up to the sky. Open up as you exhale, go a little bit deeper. Maybe another round of breath, maybe lose the block. Get nice and deep into it, and the hips are still square. Good, we're gonna keep our feet pretty much the way they are, except we're gonna step back and set up for a Keats chair camel. So on the in-breath, tuck the toes underneath the left foot, release your left knee down. Kind of keep that twist. Full backstroke of the arms. So backstroke the arms, the left hand will come to the bottom of the back on the left side, and then reach up and over with your right fingertips. So see how this goes. Lift your chest, draw the heart forward. You may want to stop right here. If you have an advanced practice, the next step is to reach for your heel. Open your chest, squeeze the inner thighs together. Maybe drop your head back if it feels okay. Stay for 3, for 2, for 1. Use your core coming back. Be really mindful. Lift up, maybe hand comes to the low back. Cartwheel the arms forward and take it into your revolve. King's chair, hook the left elbow over the right thigh. So this isn't quite an Anjali Asana. We're just getting that twist. Send your gaze over your right shoulder. Take a round of breath here. And then when you're feeling ready, find your way to revolve crescent. So just kind of step back slightly, tuck the toes if they're not tucked, and extend the left leg, finding that revolve crescent. Another round of breath. So your next in-breath, fan out your arms nice and wide. Exhale, revolve crescent, open arms, span out your arms, open your chest to the right. Breathe deeply, inhale, exalted. High five the back wall with your left hand, slide your right hand down your left leg. And we're gonna backstroke the arms on the exhale to warrior 2, open up. Right leg forward, left leg back, heel to arch alignment. Sink and settle in. Feel the pose. One more round of breath. Inhale, reverse triangle, straighten your right leg, high five the back wall. Maybe the left hand meets the right wrist. Breathe into that open space in the hip. On your exhale, take it to Trikonasana, triangle pose. Tee out the arms, reach, 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 and then tick-tock to 12 and 6. Try to lean back as if you're taking one plate of space. That block can come in handy on the inside of your foot and the outside of your foot. Another round of breath. If you want a little more challenge, you could find your beach ball here. Reach for your beach ball. Stay for an exhale. Inhale, pick it up. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Just really subtle movements. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. One more. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, reverse it. By the back walk. Rise up using your core always. Spin the toes of the right foot in. Both toes coming in on both feet. Heels out. Tee out the arms and exhale to Prasarita Padottanasana. Bow and fold. Release down. This is wherever you want to take it. 5 or 6 rounds of breath here. Just to feel the fold. Some of you may want to invert. That's in your practice. There are arm balances here. I'm not going to take you through the arm balances today. Maybe if you're newer to the practice or just feeling a little mellow, you can take a half lift on the in-breath, maybe right hand underneath the heart, and then exhale to an easy twist. Left fingertips to the sky. Inhale to come to center. Exhale, easy twist. Inhale to center. Exhale, easy twist. Inhale to center. Exhale, easy twist. Inhale, come to center. Take your time if you're getting fancy, you guys. We're gonna take our half lift for a nice flat back. Find your way back to low lunge. Walk your hands forward as you exhale. Inhale, easy twist. Right fingertips up to the sky. Keep this twist and exhale to revolve half moon. Like to bend the left knee. Launch off the right leg, pick up the left leg. Try to pivot your chest toward the right, keeping that twist. Press back with the left heel, squeezing our thighs together. So some of you may want to get a little bit fancy. You could find that bind. Take your left heel to your glute, reach back with the right hand, bind your hand with your foot, kick into your hand strongly. Maybe even take it up to revolve dancer from there. So as you inhale, a little micro bend to the right knee, rise up with control. Shift forward, kick into your hand strongly. Keeping that bind. One more round of breath. Good. Inhale, Urdhva Hastasana, reach up for the sky. Exhale, hands come to heart center. Let's get grounded here. Find your lotus flower. Thumbs come to the sternum. Blossom out the fingertips, big toes touching. Pull the belly in. Notice how you're feeling. And comfort that feeling in the cradle of loving kindness. Visualize your heart, and as you exhale, send it out to the globe. Breathe in and breathe out. Ujjayi breath is level, steady, and strong. Stay for an in-breath. As you exhale, take it down to that power chair. And we're just going to keep going just a little bit lower and a little bit lower. You could lift your heels if you want, all the way to ball pose. And maybe grab opposite elbows, give yourself a hug. And, you know, a lot of people need hugs right now, so there you go. You can give yourself a hug. Good. And then from here, maybe your crow, or some of you may want to just hang out in Malasana, which is absolutely fine. You can plant your hands. Big toes should touch. Find your chaturanga arms. Knees to armpits. Shift forward. Feel free to pick up one heel at a time. You could even play with that, lowering one foot down, just kind of finding balance, depending on whatever you need. This goes back to a vinyasa when you're feeling like the fun has been had. And then we'll meet in down dog in a few rounds of rounds. So take whatever you need. Some of you may want to shoot back to chaturanga, step back to chaturanga, and we'll do this in a little time. Beautiful, you guys. It's a beautiful day today, so I'm so glad that you're able to come here. Take a nice big round of breath in your downward facing dog. Open mouth, exhale. Open up. And then on your next in-breath, pick up your heels. As you exhale, drop your heels over to the right. We're going to come to that side plank. Right hand to the middle of the mat. Open up to the left. And then on your next exhale, find that side body stretch. Breathe into that side body. Inhale, pick up the leg. We'll take those crunches here. Exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale, extend. Exhale, crunch. Inhale, extend. Exhale, crunch. One more. Inhale, extend. Exhale, crunch and hold. Send your gaze to the top of the mat. On the in-breath, and as you exhale, step it forward and through. Readjust. Come onto your fingertips. Inhale to warrior one. Slice down the right heel. Rise up with control. Reach up for the sky. Remember to pivot that hip back. Draw the hip forward. Allow yourself to feel this for a moment. Sink it just a little bit deeper. Create that 90-degree bend. Good. On your next exhale, hinge your torso forward. Reach back with airplane arms. Lengthen out. Hover your belly above the thigh. Then pivot onto the ball end of the right foot. A little micro bend to the right knee and launch as you exhale. Warrior three with airplane arms. Launch and lift. Press back with the heel. Find your balance first before you find the full expression. You can stay in this expression and skip all the other stuff. And then frame your ears with your biceps. Good. And then when you're feeling grounded, on the exhale, ball up your fists, fists of fire, knee to chest. Inhale to extend it. And exhale to crunch it. We'll just take one more of those. Inhale, extend it. Exhale to crunch it. Hold it right here. Inhale, Urdhva Hastasana. Reach up for the sky. Hands come to heart center. Breathe in, blossom out the fingertips, and breathe out. Seal the lips if you lost the Ujjayi breath. Inhale, Urdhva Hastasana, reach up for the sky. Exhale to power chair. Good. Stay for a full round of breath in and out. Your next in-breath takes you to drinking bird. Pick up the heels. Stay for a round of breath. The next exhale. The next inhale. Take it up to Urdhva. Exhale. Sink it back down to that power chair. Full round of breath in and out. Inhale, drinking bird, pull in the belly. Woo! Feel the bird. Good. Your next in-breath takes you up to Urdhva Hastasana. Good. Stay for the exhale and inhale to dancing mountain. This time ground down with the left foot. Kick back with the right heel. Lengthen up. Lift your heart. A little bit of a back bend here. Just enough where we're going to step back and prep for our pyramid pose. Take a step back, heel to arch alignment. So left heel to right arch. Square the hips. We'll just keep the hands on the hips. Lead with the heart as you exhale. Inch forward and fold with a nice flat back. Working on balance. Any variations, of course. Release down. Breathe in, breathe out. Good. Inhale, half left, flat back, lengthen. Exhale, go just a little bit deeper. Keep working to square hips. Let's inhale to a half lift. Nice flat back. Option to grab a block underneath the right hand and stay for the in-breath as you exhale. Find your revolve triangle. Nice flat back. Roll your left shoulder down your back. You'll notice one side might be tighter than the other. It's definitely this side for me. Another round of breath. Good. And from here, we're going to set up for that King's Chair Camel. So kind of keeping that same position with the legs. We're going to tuck the toes, release the right knee down. Full rotation, so the right hand will go to the low back on the right side. Palms facing down. Reach up with the left fingertips. Think about lifting the heart. It's really important to keep the hand there to keep your back safe and keep your, the low back safe. Lift your heart, and then when you're feeling nice and bendy and open, you can reach for your heel. It may be there, might not be there. Don't force it. Another round of breath. Engage the belly coming up, maybe hand to the low back. Cartwheel the arms forward just enough, so we'll take that revolve King's Chair. Hook your right elbow over the left thigh to twist. Draw the thumbs toward the sternum, and then we'll find our way to revolve crescent. Little tiny bit of a step back, extend that right leg. Maybe shimmy the ball mound of the foot back. A little bit deeper expression. Another round of breath. Your next in-breath, fan out the arms. And then exhale to revolve crescent, open arms. Wrists are fully in line with each other. Stay for, inhale, exalted, high five the back ball. That's it. And exhale to warrior two. Backstroke the arms to get there. I'll mirror you here. So you should be on the left leg. Sink it nice and low. Allow yourself to feel it. Good. Inhale, reverse triangle. Straighten your left leg. High five the back wall. Feel the stretch. Send your gaze upwards. And exhale to Trikonasana. Tee out the arms. Hinge your torso. Keep reaching. And then tick-tock to 12 and 6. Lean back as if you're taking one plane of space. Good. And once you're feeling grounded, If you'd like, a little bit extra challenge and chest is open and knitted toward the floor, find your beach ball. Engage the core. Good, inhale, come up, exhale, lower. Inhale, lift, exhale, lower. Inhale, lift, exhale, lower. Inhale, lift, exhale, lower. Inhale, reverse your triangle, high five the back wall. Tee out the arms, toes in, heels up. Exhale, Prasarita, Padottanasana, bow and fold, release down. So whatever you need here, you guys, you might want to find a melting heart variation in down dog. If you're out of ideas, walk your hands forward and maybe just want that back bend, drop your chest toward the floor. Weaving inversion. A few rounds of breath. And it moves and connects with the uniform. And the one more round of breath. Take your time coming back into inversion. Let's inhale to a half lift, nice flat back. Exhale to low lunge. Walk your hands forward. Frame your left foot with your fingertips. Back to easy twist. Inhale, easy twist. Left fingertips reach up for the sky. Find that twist. Roll your left shoulder down your back. Maintaining that twist. Find revolve half moon on the exhale. Launch off the left leg. Pick up the right leg. Press back with the right heel. Squeeze inner thighs together and draw your chest toward the ceiling. Keep pressing back with the heel. Keep breathing and twisting. Good. And then maybe you want that bind. Combine your left hand with your right foot. Kick into the hand. If you want that revolve dancer, it's there for you. Bend your knee, bend the grounded leg, the knee of the grounded leg, and rise up. I know my lesson writes, but sometimes in the heat of all of it, it gets confusing. Shift forward. Maybe stay for 3. Keep kicking into the hands for 2. And for 1, inhale, rise up, Urdhva, release the foot. Exhale, Namaste, Chihi, hands come to heart center. Big toes touch. Let's find that lotus flower. Thumbs come to the sternum. Tongue one is there for us. I think we intuitively do this. Cradle yourself. Send it out. Think of the globe. There are millions of people who feel the same way. May they also open their hearts and be free from suffering. Big breath in. Open mouth. Exhale. Good. Inhale, Urdhva, reach out for the sky. As you exhale, slide that down. Bow and fold. Let's inhale to a half lift. Nice flat back. And I'm just going to step back. There is a peak pose. Let's step back to a low lunge. Not the king's chair wasn't a peak pose. Step back with the left foot. I'm just going to set up for a different variation. It's called weighted camel. Rise up with control. Shift your hips forward. So it's very similar. Maybe take that half split. Just prepare the hamstring as well. As you exhale, fold your chest over your thigh. Keep the toes tucked to begin this. It's going to be a very challenging pose. So gated king's camel. The leg is straight here. Know that this is absolutely an option. The left hand will come to the low back. And as you inhale, lift up. Lift your chest. So you may or may not be able to reach the heel. It's very challenging. I can do it on one side, kinda, and then not the other. I know Stacy's amazing with this. Lift your chest, maybe reach for the heel, and lift your heart. Right leg remains straight. Another round of breath here. Good. You want to bend that right knee, coming back up. Cartwheel the hands forward just to kind of neutralize. Pick up the leg. Maybe just shift it forward to a forward fold to neutralize. Release down. Inhale to a half lift. Nice flat back lengthen. And then stack back as you exhale to low lunge. Step back with the right leg. Inhale. Anjaneyasana. Reach up. And we're set up for that king's chair or gated camel. First, take your half splits. And it's an option to really play in anything with this. And then from here, we'll keep the left leg straight. The sole of the foot is grounded. The right hand comes to the low back, fingertips pointing down. Draw the right elbow in. Lift your chest. See how that feels. This is my danger zone here, so very hard to balance. So some of you may be able to reach for your heel on both sides. See, it's kind of there. You stay for 3. For 2, soften your glutes. Squeeze inner thighs together for 1. Bend your left knee to come back up. Cartwheel your hand. And inhale, step up. Exhale to fold to release. Inhale, half lift. If you want a vinyasa or anything else here, feel free to take it, and then we'll begin to wind down. Anything goes. Take a vinyasa. Nice. Yeah, handstands, awesome too. Extra push-ups, sure. Awesome. Once you're in your down dog, let's set up for half pigeon. So send your right leg up to the sky. Lots on the standing sequence today. Send your right leg forward and through to set up for your half pigeon. And then you may want to pop a block underneath the hip here. So you pop a block underneath the right hip. Keep the hips nice and level. If this doesn't feel good, you can just take this on your back. Come onto your fingertips. And then exhale, take your Ekapada Raja Kapotasana, half pigeon. Walk your hands forward, release down, third eye center to the floor. A few rounds of breath here. Right here with you. Beautiful problems, God knows we've got them. So beautiful. Of course, this method of meditation, Tonglen. Thank you, Anne Gornick, if you're here. I don't see if you're here or not. She was the one that sent me this recording. Tonglen is an expression of ahimsa, which is the very first yama in the very first limb of yoga. Kindness, nonviolence, loving kindness and compassion to the world and to yourself. From here, if you like, inhale, walk your hands back. If you want that mermaid pose, we did a lot of grabbing and binding with the leg. So you may want that mermaid. You could kick your heel to your glute, reach back, draw the heel kind of toward the glute, drawing the toe tips to the elbow crease. You could reach up with the right fingertips. You'll notice I have a block underneath my hips. You can do this with a block if you've got that flexibility, and then draw your chest forward as you find your mermaid. Absolutely optional, of course, or just maybe take that quad stretch that's there. Just do what you can do. And then we'll release back to our three-legged dog. So maybe release any props out from under you, press down the palms, right leg up to the sky, and set up for the same thing on the other side. I never demo on my left side, or actually my right side. I've got some issues with my hips, so if some of you are the same way, you're asymmetrical, you just kind of have to deal with what you've got. So set up for your half pigeon. If you want an alternative, always, I would probably, for myself, go into that reclining swan on this side. So we do what we can do without forcing anything. Just because we want the body to be even doesn't mean it's necessarily even. Lengthen, beautiful. Kindness to the animals, ahimsa to the sea, ahimsa to the stranger, and ahimsa, please, to me. A little poem by Rina Deshpande. Ahimsa to the animals, ahimsa to the sea, ahimsa to the stranger, and ahimsa, please, to me. Really mindfully begin to make your way back. There's no rush. If you want to stay here, oh, beautiful. You can get a little hands on there, Elsa. That's awesome. Walk your hands back. If you want that mermaid pose, it's there for you. You could reach back and maybe draw the heel toward the glute. Tuck the toes if you want that mermaid in the elbow crease, and then reach back. Nice, Anna. Beautiful. And then neutralize. So take your time. Three-legged dog, bend your knees, stack your hips. You could rotate the knee in circles if you did that on the other side. We're going to lower down to our belly. Shift forward to a plank. Lower down to your belly. Well, if we haven't done enough back bends, there's another back bend for you. If you're feeling ready to do bow pose, set up for bow pose. We're just going to do one or locust. So arms could go to sides, extend the legs, or kick your heels to your glutes. Knees need to be get together in bow. Grab the outside edges of your feet or your ankles. Exhale completely, and then inhale. Lift your chest and your thighs off the earth and rise up. Nice. Keep lifting, lifting, lifting. Higher, higher, higher. Nice, Lizzie. Awesome. Beautiful, Elsa. Hey, gorgeous. And then exhale, lower down. Windshield wiper your heels from side to side. Take it back when you're feeling ready to neutralize in a child's pose. Press down on the palms, which are planted underneath the shoulders. Shift your sit bones back. Drop your belly between your thighs, or even an embryo if you want less on the shoulders. Nice. Almost as if we're bowing to the globe in this practice, sending out that compassion. Breathe in, breathe out. Walk your hands up to your thighs. Set up for one final forward fold, so grounding. Hashimotonasana. So walk your hands up your thighs, pivot over onto one hip, just enough so you can sweep the feet out in front of you, scoop out any flesh from underneath your sit bones. Inhale, take a moment to lengthen, reach up, press forward with your heels. Feet are really active here. And it's an exhale to lead with the heart, bow and fold with control. You can use those blocks underneath the third eye. Whatever feels good. Nice and grounded. Few rounds of breath here. Of course, an act of kindness for the body, calming and soothing the parasympathetic nervous system. Inhale, rise up with control and just neutralize. You could either take a regular fish pose or plant your hands behind your hips and walk it into either reverse plank or reverse tabletop. I'll take reverse tabletop, press down on the palms, soles of the feet, lift your hips, lift your chest. Reverse plank, just the legs are straight. And exhale, lower down. We're gonna reach forward with your fingertips and exhale, lower down. Nice and slow with control, lower down. Maybe knees to chest, palms to knees, got your low back in circles. And take any other postures that would ground you. There might be a supine twist, tee out the arms, release your knees over to the left like we did at the beginning of the class. And then maybe to the right when you're feeling ready. Take your time. You could take a happy baby, a shoulder stand plow. If you're new to me, I always play my crystal balls for Shavasana, and we'll be in Shavasana for a few minutes. Running just a couple minutes late, nothing too crazy. So take your time here. We'll send the legs nice and wide when you're feeling ready into Shavasana. And if you've got issues with the low back, place your blocks underneath the thighs. Take it nice and easy on yourself. Just tee out the arms. I want my candle. Nice and wide. Give yourself that rest. Close your eyes. Big breath in. Open mouth, exhale. Softly.
If you're ready to be guided out, you can begin to move. If you want to stay where you are, please just stay where you are and chill for a little while. You could even just end your meeting and be with this bliss. Begin to find some movements. Wake up the hands, open and close your hands. Wiggle fingers and toes, just slowly coming back to life. Rotate wrists and ankles. You could rock your head left and right. There's no rush at all. Maybe even just feel the in-breath and the out-breath like a wave of energy rolling up and down the body. And then a nice big good morning stretch to stimulate the circulation in your body and the nadis of your body as well, those little energy centers in your body with the breath. Knees to chest, and then roll into a fetal pose on your side, whichever side is more intuitive. Take a round of breath there, in and out. And then if you're feeling ready, hands come to heart center as you rise up. The head would be the last thing to come up as you press down in your palms. Palms meet in prayer, and we'll close traditionally as we do with a cleansing round of breath and bow our heads to each other. And we follow that with a vibration of Om, the sound that connects the yoga community. Big breath in, open mouth, exhale. Inhale to receive the Om. Loka samasta sukhina bhavantu. May all beings be happy and free. From my heart to your light and heart. Namaste.